Sup, everybody, and welcome to Pillow Talk, Moments with the Mobleys. I am Johnny Mobley Jr.
And I'm his wife, Deidre Mobley Jr.
And we something like an ordinary couple.
With extraordinary purpose. Happy Saturday.
You know how you like to sing. I thought you were about to sing something.
Greetings, salutations, accolades, and blessings. How y'all doing this Saturday morning?
Greetings, salutations,
Accolades and blessings.
All right.
How are you, babe?
I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
Great morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
You got this hair. You go.
Why do you always start? Why you always
You
start?
got this thing looking nice.
Why you always start,
though?
though?
Just saying. You finna.
I'm finna what?
You about to. Listen.
I'm about to what?
What we talking about today? How was your week?
You always try to start and then you want to back up.
No, I don't want to.
Or back out.
Because you want to go all the way. I'm not doing that with you. Not on these people, on these cameras. These people don't need to see
Well,
that.
you shouldn't have started it. How are you? I just asked you that. You look good. You doing okay?
I'm good. A little tired, but I'm good. We're gonna keep pushing.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm great. I'm good. A little hot. Excuse me. What? You want me to stop rubbing your leg?
No, I just know I forgot you went and got your nails and stuff done. What kind of, why it look like pearls?
What?
What
Baby,
kind of?
it's not. It's really not.
It's really not
like
what.
it?
It's real nice.
Thank you, babe.
That's real nice.
Thank you so much. It's a French manicure, but instead of getting it like straight across, you just get the. I can't remember what the name of it is.
Why you ain't wearing your wedding ring?
It's upstairs. I'm gonna put it on. Well, this is I wear this a lot. This is your class ring, and that connects me. It just makes me. It's another connection to you. So listen, babe. This is our 40th episode. Like legit 40th. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Y'all clap. You gonna clap? They clapping for us. I know y'all clapping for us. That's a great You got to celebrate milestones in your life.
40 episode.
40th episode. Yeah.
Woo! We've been working.
Yeah.
We've been working.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, team. Boop 40. Babe, what we talking about today?
Well, how was your week, first of all?
How was my week? My week was great. I'm still working from home, so that's a plus. Yeah, I had a great week working from home, and it's even better when you're here working from home because he worked from home a couple days I think this week, and so he would he would be up before me, and then but after I come down, I make us a little breakfast sandwich or something like that, and then we eat breakfast, and he give me a kiss, and he'll go back upstairs, and then on lunch, he'll come down and kiss me again, and rub my shoulder and other places, and then get his lunch and go back upstairs.
Benefits of being my wife
and working from home.
Come
get you a feel on lunch break. Thank you for those.
And these are the things that when they still make you giggle, then I know you don't get it that often. I'm the only one doing it. But if I'd ever come and touch you
and I don't react, then what you gonna think?
Somebody, you must be getting these touches on the regular. Why? You seem real comfortable with these touches.
I told you are my boyfriend, my boo.
I try to be.
My baby's daddy.
Everybody.
My husband. My
I'm
good
Tyrone,
thing.
I'm Chad, I'm Warren.
My shake a leg. Everything.
All them.
You my lollipop.
Boy. You be always trying to open some door.
Okay, y'all. It's too soon for this much.
She be trying to always open a door and want to pull me in it.
No,
you
open the door and you pull me in. You tell them what we talking about, baby.
Well, I wanted to...
What we talking about today?
I wanted to... And so everybody know I ain't drinking no liquor out this cup, because most time when you drink a little cup and you have a straw with it, it's like a little cocktail
that's just
straw.
Your assumption of what they would think about
cocktail
you.
straw and all that.
But 9 times out of 10, when somebody confess before they're even asked a question, means that he might have something.
Ain't no liquor. Now I never said I never did drink liquor, but the little cocktail. But what this is coffee. And I try to drink the out the straw, try to bypass my teeth. got to try to keep my whites, So
Your
that's
teeth.
what I say.
You got a whitening appointment coming. Well, just a good cleaning coming too.
Well, I'm waiting for you to tell me what date.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm sure they didn't really want to know about why you drinking the coffee through the straw. But
I just say it won't nobody.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks
for sharing.
I don't know why I said that.
I don't know why you said that.
It's a cocktail straw.
You sleepy?
Huh?
Because you about to share it again.
I am.
Let's go. We got to get into it.
Don't do that.
You want me? Come on, babe. We do have to get into it. Because you'll sit here and play all day.
All right. What we talking about?
We got some. No, we do want to tell y'all this real quick. So last night, I went to go get my hair did. So I got a little bit added, and now that's why I'm hot. Am I hot? I'm glistening.
You hot like you hot?
No.
Or you hot like hot?
Hot. She's disgusting. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all. So he got off late. He stayed at the office later because I was still out, and so we actually met up to ride home together. And so we decided that since it was like after 9, we would just go by Zaxby's, get a salad, y'all. So we pull up. I pull up first. He pulls up behind me. So I said, "Babe, watch this." He said, "Well, babe, you gonna order for me too?" I said, "No, I'm gonna order my stuff, and then you pull up behind me. You order your stuff on a separate ticket." And when I get up to the window, I'm going to tell the girls that I'm going to pay for this gentleman behind me because he real fine. He cute. And so I said, just play along. So I get up I order my salad, and then I go up to the window to pay. And so I tell the girl, and it's at the one by our house, it's like a lot of like young girls, girls and boys.
Well,
teenagers.
last night it was.
Yeah, last night it was like a bunch of teenagers working. And so I go up to the window, and she says, "Ma'am, your order is whatever." And I said, "Okay." I said, "But ma'am, when you pay for mine, I'm gonna pay for the gentleman behind me because he's really cute. He looks really nice." And so she started giggling, and so I gave her my card. She opens the window back up and gives me my card. No, she actually closes the window, and then she gives me my food, and then she gives me my debit card back with 2 receipts. I said, "Did you take his off of this as well?" She said, "Yes, ma'am, I did. His receipt, you have his receipt too." I said, "Okay, hold up." So I get a pen out of my purse, and I write on the receipt, "Call me," and I put my phone number and I put my name at the bottom of it. I said, "Here, baby, give this to him when you give him his food, and tell him that I paid for his food." Y'all, she was hollering, and she must be had told her girlfriend who was right next to her, because when she was closing the window, she was like, "Yes, sis making moves, sis making moves." I was hollering, y'all. And so he pulled up behind me, of course, and I, started to come home slowly. And so I
get up to the window. I'm texting something, handling business. Making some. I get up to the window, roll the window down. I look. It's about 9 girls sitting there. They like this. "Hey, sir. The lady paid for your food that was in front of you, and she told us to give you this." So I got the receipt. I look on the back. I say, "Okay." And I look at the back and say, "Call me." They looking at me like. I said, "Sweeties, that's my wife." And they was like, "Oh, okay. Because what y'all ain't finna do." They see the big old, I'm getting all this with this ring on my finger. She got a class ring on. I said, "What we don't need to let these girls know is that you out here buying no food for no married man, and then y'all about to go do something." No, she all the way my wife. And this is just something that happens every now and then when we go out. We do stuff like this for everything good. Now you want that to happen, but you're gonna get you a man and get you a single man and then get married. And they was like, "Yes,
it was
sir."
funny.
I'm like, "All right."
Because he said, "Babe, in all actuality," and then we gonna move on, y'all. He was like, "I knew that." He was like, "Even though you told me what you was about to do, I drove up to the window and I was giggling, I was smiling, and I couldn't stop smiling." Time.
Because they were like, "She a boss. She bought your stuff."
Yes.
And she was like, "I guess she going around the corner or something waiting on you. So I guess you better go on right." Look, joke. And he married too. She just pulling boss moves. But she my wife though. But she my wife.
I don't think they even.
They ain't thought you was married.
Well, I don't even think they paid attention.
But everything I did was like this. I was like, hey, yes, hey. Oh, they paid. Oh, okay. The lady in front. I was like, okay. Gave me, and they looking like. She paid for your food.
It was like,
she a boss.
Sus is a strong woman. She's leaving. She's paying for checks and leaving phone numbers and stuff.
I was like, but yeah, she 100%. She is 100% boss, and she is classy like that and a queen. But she my woman.
Yeah,
she actually my wife.
Just the whole concept was hilarious.
Yeah, but that was like a learning little move that I wasn't planning on doing. But what that was we didn't want to give them the what? Assumption that a single woman was hitting on a married man, and then the married man was taking the bait. Because I took the number and I took all that stuff. And then the bad thing about it, I think when I looked at the number, I just started laughing. And then I looked at the car like I ain't knew she was in the car.
I had already told him. He was excited about it.
I was like, boy.
And them girls didn't take all that from it. I promise you they didn't. What they took away from it was, oh, she bad because she paid for his food and left her number. Now come on and call me.
Yeah, it was 8 of them, so all 8 of them probably took something different away.
Well, it's okay. But anyway, you made it clear
all you know,
that we were playing.
All you know, somebody might be out there right now, one of them buying some married man. I like you anyway.
Y'all, he do too much. He do too much. This is what he used to
do. I
do
do a lot of thinking. I think a lot. I do.
Let's get into this, baby, because remember, we
tell
on time limit.
Tell me then what we talking about.
Well,
integrity.
It's called integrity. But guess what? It's not just integrity. It's called sexual integrity.
Well, this is what I want to do. So
you want me to read the meaning of integrity?
No. Slow down.
Okay.
So what I wanted to do, what we wanted to do is talk about integrity, and that's a heavy word, especially when it comes in a marriage and a relationship. So we wanted to talk about integrity in all areas of a relationship in a marriage and how important they are. Mm-hmm. So, of course, the first one we picked was the sexual integrity. We're not going to dive deep into this, although we will have another lane that will allow us to dive a lot deeper into it. But this is one of them. And I think we're going to have we probably will talk about a series of different ones. Integrity, sexual integrity, financial integrity, individual integrity, relationship integrity. It's a lot out there. And I think people just don't talk about it.
Right.
People just don't talk about it. It's not a favorite topic to talk about, but it's a necessary topic to talk about.
Right, absolutely.
So I'm gonna let you start it out with sexual integrity, because your boy, I'm running on fumes. I'm drinking coffee though. I got you.
You don't act like you running on fumes.
I got you.
Here trying to be sexual with me. See, they coming into my space.
All this is
okay. So listen, guys. Let me preface this. This is something that actually Johnny brought to my attention. And he said, babe, I want to talk about this. And of course, when he thinks about something, we try to find reputable sources to go to just to educate ourselves. Because as we are giving it to you, we've already went on over it, but we're also learning it. And it's helping us a great deal. So it's not just helping you all. But we found... on marriagemissions.com. It is a Christian site, and it says integrity is defined as the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. So it goes to reason that if you are a person of integrity, you are one who is truthful and aims to have moral uprightness. To help you with this mission, the following are 10 important tips to help you maintain sexual integrity. And when he brought it to me, I was like, sexual integrity? I mean, I know what it is, just for, just basic saying that I have integrity. I care about, who I am, who I'm what people, who I am, what I represent, you know what I'm saying? And that I'm truthful and that I'm honest, and I try to be as transparent as possible, and to be a person with great integrity. But to know that it's broken down into several parts, the first being, like you said, is sexual integrity. And
so let's start with the base word, integrity. So tell me in your words what you believe integrity is.
it's just, you know, being a person, like I said, with strong morals, you know what I'm saying? Honest, upright, you know, I try to do what I say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I care about the fact that of that I am a child of God, and I do try to, you know, represent myself as that every day in my day-to-day living. Yeah.
I 100% agree with you. So the integrity, this is what I've learned over the years. Integrity has a lot to do with knowing who you are and being comfortable with that, and then really trying to work on the things that you feel like you need to work on to make you to improve in the type of person you would like to be. Now that's a very, very, I guess, broad, because if you striving to be something bad, then it can go that direction. But I always link the integrity with doing good for others, doing something for someone, or helping serve someone, or being there for someone to help them or their life or situation become better. A lot of people are able to do that when they're given situations. The integrity, the most important part of the integrity is, and let everybody know this, is what you do behind closed doors. When you by yourself,
Absolutely.
when there's nobody there, what do you practice? What do you do on a regular basis? What type of things are you watching, looking at, listening to? What type of places are you at? You know, just all these things. And it's so crazy, because you would be absolutely blown away if you knew how many people in certain situations, certain titles, how many people have issues with pornography, with drinking, with smoking, with a lot of different things that they can literally go into an office and run a corporation, but then have a whole nother life on the other side.
Right.
And I mean,
be an upstanding person.
Yeah.
Probably got a wife and some kids. And
and
does
your
great
kids
things for the community and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's almost like a split personality type thing. I believe that's what it can get into, because once you live in a upstanding life with morals with your wife and your kids and doing all these things, and then when you check out of being the husband, the father, the leader, whatever, what do you check into after that? And it's real crazy, because I remember going to a church back in the day when we were younger, and I remember seeing deacons, pastors, just doing stuff at bars, drinking, doing all these different things. And it took me a minute to come to the church, because I was like, man, these jokers, I'm not even about that life, and they playing with God, and God will kill all of them. That's one of my thoughts. But, you know, it's just people not knowing who they are. They don't have the integrity to stand up to who God created them to be, and it has a big part in them not believing that they deserve it, that they can be, that God will even put them in a position, but they feel like they can play the part.
Okay.
So the difference between playing a part and actually being who you are authentically. I think me and you, one of our sayings that we always say is, man, I ain't got the energy to be nobody.
Yeah, I don't have the energy to be nobody.
Like, do you know how much energy it take to be?
It takes enough energy, John, for me to just maintain all this fabulousness, inside and out. You know,
and I thank you for that.
And so I don't have time to be. Well, I am other people, you know, but not.
But you other
technically,
people,
you know. Right, you know, for you, right.
So I know,
right,
you're not hiding,
right. I'm not hiding it.
You're right.
I don't want to hide it.
I know.
Yeah. So we're gonna give the people the information. And I think because it's like 10, and these are some really, really good points, babe. So I think what we may have to do is actually break this into a 2-part one.
Well, this is what I want to do. I do want to do this is actually one that's going to be on our you want to tell them?
Nope, not yet. Not yet. It ain't time.
Well, it's going to be on another part of what we do. Yeah. And it's going to go in depth, and you'll get a lot of details, raw and uncut type.
Yeah, but I'm saying just so we won't have to rush through this one, maybe we can do half of them.
Yeah.
And then do a second part of it. So can we go ahead and jump in?
Sure.
And share? Okay, so 10 important tips to help you maintain, and this is sexual integrity. Okay? So the first one says get real. Getting real by recognizing that sexual temptation is unavoidable in our sex-obsessed culture. Erotic images on billboards, films, television, and 1,000 other stimulants are bombarding you daily. Being a Christian doesn't exempt you from temptation. I'm going to say that again. Being a Christian does not exempt you from temptation. The godliest of men can fall prey to it. So the first step towards maintaining sexual integrity is to get real. Hello?
All I'm saying
is... Real. R-E-A-L. Real.
All I'm saying is I'm a man. I run.
Get real about it.
But what you ain't finna do is get me in a situation
where he be drinking a whole lot of seawater.
And I be looking for my drawers.
And it says...
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And this is the biggest thing. Let me explain to this. This is the biggest thing that get people crossed up sometimes. The one thing that my wife does for me in my life now that it took me a while to get is that she's a seer. So she sees stuff that I don't see. And she's connected to me, and I'm a visionary. So when I see certain things and I'm moving and I'm going, I see things as resources. I see people as resources. I will talk. I would spend time. I would do what I need to do to try to get the resources to, make us better, make my team better, and also pour into other people. So, but everybody don't mean you good.
Right. Right.
But if you're a visionary, you can't see that all the time. Now, one of the biggest things that visionaries have is they feel like because of whatever they're doing, if it's for their business, if it's for their church or whatever, they own the cause and they doing what they're doing for the cause. And sometimes people just don't understand. That was me at one time. Baby, you just don't understand. The lady writing a book. We doing this thing. We handling business. This is what we doing. Let me just meet with her. Let me meet with her team. Let's do this, do that. And she tell me it don't look right. I don't feel it. It's not a good feeling. I think we need to skip over that. And I used to fight on it. Now, here go the name and the stuff of the people I'm supposed to be meeting with. What you think?
Yeah. I had to help him get real and to understand. That's a part of it. I had to help him understand that.
And let me tell you, man, don't get so drenched and don't get so drenched and drunk with whatever you're doing and make it be a excuse of why you fall into certain situations. You ain't that strong.
Right.
You just not that strong. So stop fronting like you are.
The last part of it says, admit to yourself that sexual temptation is a problem that you have to reckon with. Remember John's warning. John in the Bible, his warning. If we say we have no sin, we deceive ourselves.
Yeah.
Don't deceive yourself. Because that's the first step is saying get real with yourself and, honest with yourself to know that, this is something that exists, but you don't have to fall prey to it.
Yeah. And this is the thing. The reality is you don't want to fall prey to it. I say you don't want to fall prey to it. You don't want to put yourself in a situation. But the reality is sometimes you fall in stuff that you don't know you were in and you need to get out of it.
Right.
So regardless of what's going on in your life, you got to have an accountability, somebody who you can call and say something. Somebody who you can expose whatever's happening or be able to tell the entire story. And, even if you're not focused enough of where you need to be at. Yeah. Stuff has, in 2020, stuff has changed. Back in the day when we were children, on TBS and TNT,
this other day. Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You wouldn't find nobody naked. They wasn't
Nobody
saying
cussing.
no crazy stuff.
Right,
They wasn't
right,
cussing.
right.
They wasn't saying nothing. The hardest cuss words you might have heard were the HE double hockey sticks. That's about it. And when they said that, everybody in the house tense up. I was watching something the other day on TNT, and the man said the P word. It ain't even, he was saying about something.
On TNT?
On TNT.
Uh-oh.
The man said, y'all around here being a bunch of P words. And I said, what? But did they mean? I thought they forgot to blink it out. I think somebody ain't on the bleep button. The man must have went to the bathroom because he ain't bleeped that out.
Back in the day, Johnny, it wasn't even the bleep button or whatever that is they hit.
I don't know.
That wasn't even a necessity back in I think, you know, when we were younger and when we were kids.
It's acceptable.
Yeah, yeah.
It's acceptable on TNT to see.
And not just TNT though.
Yeah, TNT, TBS, cable TV. It's normal for you to see a couple having sex in the bed and the man and the woman get up and they show the whole back, the butt, everything, just naked, walking across. That was unheard of on cable TV at one time. Yeah. And now that's on the regular on cable TV. It's crazy. It has changed the perception of the integrity of sexuality. Everything has changed. And people feel like they have the right to do certain things. And that's all fine and good, but you have to know who you are and know your integrity and know your limits. You have to know. Yeah. And if you don't, I'm telling you, you'll be looking for your drawers. That
first step is get real.
You'll be looking for your drawers.
The second step.
And you'll be looking for your panties. That's both.
You're right. You're right.
Play with it if you wanna.
The second step, you going ahead. Save that because that part is coming up. Second step, get serious. You should know by now that sexual sin ravages everyone connected with it. What you may not know is that every sexual fantasy you entertain, every sexual fantasy that you entertain, every flirtatious conversation you keep up, or every second look you indulge in is the seed for AIDS, adultery, a broken heart, a shattered life. Get serious with yourself. If you're entertaining lust, you're dancing on a cliff. Take concrete action now while you can. James 1:15 says, lust, when it is conceived, brings forth sin, and sin brings forth death. So in other words, what it's saying is, be serious about this particular area. That is real.
Because just like I was saying, the difference is people feel like
you entertain
you can live two different lives. So if somebody run up on your daughter and say something vulgar or crazy to her or sexual to her that's just completely out of line, you'll kill them. You'll beat them down. Somebody say something to your wife, even your mama. But you'll go on this side and talk to somebody, mama, somebody child, somebody this, somebody that, and do all these things with them, or vice versa.
But they say even if you're entertaining it, I think that's what this one is alluding to.
Well, that's
but you know what you used to tell me, and it's somewhat similar to this. You used to say if a gentleman comes and tries to talk to you, Deidre, you were like, because I do it anyway because I am married, and they could just be maybe just not even meaning anything behind it, but just coming to say a hello or whatever. I'm good for hey, how you doing? But when I know that the conversation is, you trying to say, well, what's your name?
You look good.
Well,
your hair real nice.
Right, your hair real nice. You look
smell
good.
Real good.
And even with a compliment about my hair doesn't trigger anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, okay, well, thank you. But then when you keep on going, I know you're alluding to something else. I'm not sitting there having a conversation with you. First, because I don't know you. I'm not, and 9 times out of 10, I'm wherever I'm at to take care of business, and I'm going about my business. But you always told me, you was like, you know what, baby? A joker don't care if you cussing them out. As long as you're giving them attention. As long as you're entertaining whatever it is that they're saying.
That's it.
You've told me that a long time ago.
That's it.
And that's why I say I don't entertain a lot. I'm not a butthole to the point of where I'm not, cordial and stuff with people. Yeah, that's who I am. But when I see other stuff coming behind it, then I'm like, oh, okay, well, you have a nice day. Because that's going to lead to something else.
Yeah, you got motives behind it. So, yeah, I don't. I think I remember one time I told her when I was driving trucks, I was at a truck stop, and I think I told you this. I think I told the young lady she had a nice smile or something. I ain't told you that.
Too much. He was entertaining too much.
No.
No, I'm sorry. He wasn't the one entertaining. He was giving too many compliments.
I said I was paying for my whatever,
You have a
and
nice
she just happened to look up. She had pretty white teeth.
Yeah.
All of them were straight. She had all of them.
What
So
else?
you don't. So I said, I said, here you go. I said, you have a very nice smile.
They
She
could
said,
have been
well, thank you.
implants.
Then she asked me. She said,
They
well,
could
what's
have
your
been
name?
dentures.
So I looked at her and I was like,
You said your
I'm
name.
Johnny.
Yeah, I know you did. You said your name.
I said, I'm Johnny. And she said, I forgot what she said her name was, but
You better.
then she said, I see you married. I was like, yeah. She said, you happy?
Happy.
I said, yeah, I'm happy. And I got my stuff. and
You
I
did
walked
tell
out.
me this. You told me that.
Yeah, because
You told me that.
now at this point now, I said you had a nice smile instead of you just saying, well, thank you, sir.
She was missing. Something was missing. Something was lacking.
That was
she
one
was
of those.
seeking a father figure.
She was like, oh, okay, you like to smile? You out here driving trucks too?
I got something else you're going to like too.
And if I'd have entertained it, I'd have been looking for my drawers.
The third one, y'all, because there's something about the draws today. Okay, so get ready.
Man, that's real.
Get ready.
You
It
wanna
is
play
real.
with the people?
No, I'm not playing with the people. It is real. If you really, get ready. If you really believe an earthquake is coming someday, you prepare for it by developing an emergency plan. You, if you really believe sexual temptation is both common and can become lethal, you'll make an emergency plan for it. You'll decide in advance what to do when you're tempted, decide how to distract yourself, who to call, and how to escape close calls. Even St. Paul admitted, like an athlete, I train my body to do what it should, not what it wants to do. Boop, you have control over your body.
So
Otherwise, let me finish it. Otherwise, I fear that I might be declared unfit. 1 Corinthians 9:27. So yeah, that's
let me
good
tell you.
right there. Get ready.
So doing this research, we find like Bible verses we haven't read like we've read the Bible, but we don't remember all the scriptures that are in it. Now the crazy thing about this is when I saw that in this research when we was doing, I was like, when an athlete, I know good and well they ain't what no Corinthians say about no athlete. So I said they paraphrasing. So I went and looked it up, and it says, "But I discipline my body and keep it under control, lest after preaching to others, I myself should be disqualified." Let me read that one more time. It said, "But I discipline my body and keep it under control, lest after preaching to others, I myself should be disqualified."
Lord.
How can you open the heavens? How can you start a business and be an absolute trillionaire, but then go home and tear your own stuff up? How you give everybody all the greatest advice and people take your stuff and run with it, but then when you get home, your stuff tore up?
That's because we're not getting real about it, getting serious about it, and getting ready. Because you take it for granted. Some things that you don't think that will ever be an issue for you, you just, you take it for granted.
Let me tell you something.
You do.
One of the simplest things, we picked up a lot of stuff throughout our years of living, man, and being married. And we pick up a lot of simple stuff. We not real deep people. We real simple people. You tell me something out your mouth, it sounds great. We look for the fruit.
Yeah. Yep.
If the fruit ain't there, you got gift the gab. Look, let me tell you something. I know people who got the gift of gab, who sing, preach, who own organizations, who popes, who all kind of stuff. They got the gift of gab. They got influence. So they're able to talk to people and get people to follow them. But everything you teaching and you saying and you doing all this stuff, everything that you helping people get, corporations, starting businesses, doing all these things, everything you telling people, there ain't no fruit.
Well, I know when I first met you, you had the gift of gab too.
I still do.
You still do.
I just use my power for good and not evil no more.
I can't stand you.
Something wrong with you.
But that's you. You start stuff, and then
know.
when I come in, then you want to act like you want to. I told you, don't back up. Don't you
ain't
pull
backing
out.
up.
Don't you do it.
You crazy.
Listen, okay, y'all. Okay, So
You flustered?
no, I'm never flustered, sir. Cause that girl say, oh, she about her business. Sis about her business. She making moves. Okay, so listen, y'all. Number 4 is get connected. Sexual sin thrives in the dark. Boop, dark. If you're caught up in any sexual vice, one thing is certain: the secrecy surrounding your behavior is what's strengthening its hold on you. However ashamed you may feel about admitting your problem to another person, the reality is you can't overcome this on your own. If you could, wouldn't you have done so by now? You would just do it by yourself. So take a hint from James. James 5:16. Confess your faults to one another and pray for one another that you might be healed. Find a trusted, mature Christian friend to confide in. Make that friend a partner in your recovery and never assume that you've reached a point where you no longer need accountability. That's the word for me. Accountability. Get connected. Have somebody who is going to give you real, raw, relational advice, who is going to put your head on straight if you're thinking crazy. And the one thing that, I've said before, the circle that you have of friends, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? If you was talking to somebody crazy, I'd be like, babe, that ain't the one. And even for myself, I call people who I know can pray for me, can tell me when I'm wrong, and I accept it, and I accept correction. And I also, and I'm talking about that I can talk to about anything, even when it may come to something that we may be dealing with.
Yeah.
And if I'm, like I say, which I'm glad that I'm at a place where I have, and I thank God for this, because I asked him for a sound mind to keep my mind straight and to keep my mind right, and to focus any sexual thoughts, any other thoughts, any thoughts that may try to be out of the way. I'm focused with that part of my life, all of my life with you, because you are my mate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lord, help to keep my mind not in a place of things that are not like you, or unlike you, perversion and all that kind of stuff or whatever, but keep me clear. And that helps me. What helps that is to have people that you are accountable. Yeah. I'm accountable. You're my we're each other's accountability partner. But we have the other people that we talk to say, yeah, no, you ain't right.
So let me ask you this. In your circle, how many of those are men that you confide in? Because
none.
But listen, every now and then you just need a man who's close, who you can talk to, who understands what you're going through with your husband, right?
What?
Answer the question.
No.
Oh.
No, I don't. Okay. I don't.
Why not?
Because I don't need to be talking to no man about you. Or let me put it like this. I'm trying to think if I've ever had. There was one time that I think I called one of your friends, who's your close friend. Mm-hmm. Because I think you were going through some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I know that as much as you love me and as much as I love you, there are certain things that you need that he could have given you in that moment, because he is a man, that I couldn't. And so I think I called him and I say, or either text him and I said, hey, call and check on your boy. He going through some things. I've spoke life, prayed for him, tried to build him up, all that stuff as I normally do. But I think he need to hear from you, from your friend. So
let me tell you why.
So that's it. I never.
I asked you that to see what that, and that was a off the cuff, off the script. I just asked her that, and I set it up exactly like that to get the response, a real and transparent response.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: I have not one woman that's in the circle that I talk to about deep stuff with my wife.
Yeah.
I don't have one woman that I talk to about anything that got to do with anything that I'm going through, I'm having issues with, I'm thinking about, I'm doing all this. I got a group of dudes.
Yeah.
Probably 3 of them that I call, and but them and Jesus know what we talk about. But they give me correction, they give me guidance, they give me direction, and then they pray for me. They put me right back on the set. They hold me accountable.
Yeah.
Then they follow up. You had this going on last week. Hey,
they
Joker.
give you truth though.
Hey, Joker. You good? What's going on? One of my favorite questions to call them boys and ask them, hey, man, how you feeling about life? What's on your mind right now?
Yeah.
And they know what it is. They tell me what's going on, bruh. This is what it is, bruh. What we doing? I ain't got time to, we're not playing with you. This is my thing. It's not that I don't have time to do stuff, because you got time to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
What I don't do is make time for stuff that's not productive. That's what I try very hard to do. That's what we try very hard to do.
Yeah.
We do not make time for anything that's not productive and that's not going to enhance or help somebody or us.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Now, is it 100% proof? No.
No.
But we try very hard,
Yeah.
and that puts us up on a whole different path, because now we're alert about what we let in. We're alert about who we talk to. We're alert about who we talk to and what we talk to them about. So you have to have some kind of guidelines or something in your life with your partner, with your spouse, to be able to make this thing work. It's stuff that you have to put in place. You just cannot just be out here willy-nilly and thinking that, well, we ain't gonna talk about it. I don't think it's happening. I don't really see no signs like that. So, I Google it and I ain't see they say the signs be this, and this. And out of this, and this look like it might be a sign, one of the characteristics, but it ain't all that. Man, talk about that stuff.
Yeah. Get real about it.
And I can tell you this. I've had conversations. Me and my wife have actually gone through this, and y'all will hear about that in the future. But here's the thing. Whoever is the sexual integrity fell on, whoever fell in that hole, whoever did that, I can almost guarantee you they won't out. But because of the shame, but because of all the stuff that's going on, they don't know how to get out of it.
Yeah.
And all they're trying to do is be who they're trying to be, because they don't know their identity.
Yeah.
But 80 to 85% of the people, men and women, they want out of that stuff. They don't know how to get out, though.
That's it. Man.
But if you in a relationship and y'all ain't real, if you don't call out stuff, boy, y'all gonna find out some of the stuff me and my wife talk about.
It's gonna call
when
you
I
out.
tell you, we talk about everything, and that's the only way you get healed from it.
Yeah.
You get healed from it by taking the power from it. You got to put it on the table.
Yeah.
The whole thing, you got to put it on the table. If you don't, if it's 1,000 things and you put 999 things on the table, it's still, because you left that one, it still got power.
Yeah.
And it will grow back into the 1,000. I'm telling you. I'm finished.
You finished?
I'm finished.
You want an offering? Do I really have something on my eye?
Yeah, love something. I got you.
Thank you, babe.
I was gonna do like his grandmama. Hold on, let me get that.
And I was gonna let you do it. Okay, so listen, number 5, get brutal. I believe there's an 11th commandment somewhere that says, "Thou shall not kid thyself." If you're serious about sexual integrity, you'll distance yourself not only from the particular sexual sin you're most prone to, whether it's fantasizing, pornography, affairs, prostitution, but you'll also distance yourself from any person or thing that entices you toward that sin. People you have around you, friends, people in your circle. That's who that is that we were just talking about. Sometimes even a legitimate activity. Certain movies, music, or clubs, for example, may be okay for other people to indulge in, but not for you. Get brutally honest about your lifestyle. Anything in it that makes you prone to sexual sin has to go. All things are lawful for me, Paul said, but not all things are edifying. I will not be brought under the power of anything. And just like you said, anything, prostitution, affairs, pornography, fantasizing, or anything like that. Like you said, the deeper you're in and you think you hiding it from somebody, that thing has power over you. Yeah.
And
that was 1 Corinthians 6:12.
And let me tell you something. This is very serious. We're not gonna get too much deeper than this right here on this, but we're gonna have another platform that we're gonna actually be talking about this with experts and all kinds of different stuff. But let me explain something to you. When you because, and I'm talking to the person that's listening to us right now, that's looking at us, because you have not done it in a year, and you the only person that still knows about it, it still has power.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you might not have done it in a year, even 2 years, even 3 years. It's still alive, which means it can still pop back up and come back even stronger than it was before. Mm-hmm. You have to take the power from it. You have to put it on the table. You just have to. One of the worst things that I never want to put my wife in a situation. Me and her, and it's not necessarily this, but y'all heard me and her against the world. So it's me and her, and we everything that come to us and out of the world, out of daily life, everything is me and her. So we taking everything, we stopping it, we dropping it on the table, we looking at it, seeing what type of value it has. If we just need to just push it, throw it in the trash, or we need to talk about it. Mm-hmm. We doing that on everything. On everything. So my only thing is, if something pops up and it hits her, I knew it was coming, but she didn't. That's when you get in a whole different level, man.
Yeah.
If we in this together and we fighting, so the distrust comes in that when it hits her, and she like, okay, cool, we got it, baby. This what happened. What you mean you knew? Oh, y'all knew, but I didn't know. Really? So now it's like it's her over here and you over here.
Yeah.
Because now this is a whole part of your life that she's getting history on now. She ain't never knew. So then all the other questions, that gives an enemy a wide open door. So all the other questions come up. How long you been doing it? How many people you been doing it with? How
what
long
else
this
don't
been
I
happening?
know? Yeah.
What other thing about your life I don't know?
Yeah.
When you go to work and you working, when you doing this and when you doing that, when you going, I'm going to the store. Are you really going to the store? Are you swinging by to see? That's when the enemy, I'm telling you, it gives it power. Take the power from it. Anything, my wife can show up as me and probably can make me, the actual me, look like a counterfeit. That's how much stuff she know about me.
Too much, y'all.
She done been places, people ask her security number. She done get them my social security number. They like,
What they asked me for, babe?
Social security number.
Oh, okay.
What I say?
So they asked her security number. You just slipped over it. I just got to act up sometimes.
Anyway.
I love you. Okay, go ahead.
You think I love you fix everything?
Yeah, it does. It does. Well, it doesn't, but it does for right now.
It do. Anyway, what I'm telling you is, man, you got to take the power from it. You have to diffuse it. You have to take the power from it. And that's the start.
Yeah.
Now, for you and your relationship and your marriage, where you go from there, that's something that you will have to develop and you will have to create through help.
Yeah. And this is even for people, we're in this moment, we're not just speaking to married individuals only, but single people that may be watching this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
That's for anybody and everybody. Just integrity, period. Like I said, but we're actually talking about sexual integrity. But just for some person who may be a single person that's dealing with some of this or whatever, that's not what God meant for your life as well. And anything that has more power, anything that has power over you, the only thing that I want to be under the power of is the power of the Holy Ghost, not all these other things of the world. And so, we're, like I said, we're just talking to you. And these were, if I may, just run through them real quick.
Did we get the 5?
Yes, we did get the 5. The first one was get real. Get real with yourself about what's going on. Get serious and take it serious and not play with it. Because
like you got control.
Right.
You got
and
it.
Playing with something is what they say. My grandma used to say, you play with fire, you're going to get burned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have control over it.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff is slow. It doesn't grow fast. It don't overtake you fast. Some of this stuff is slow growing.
Yeah.
But when if it slow grows and it gets to a place, it's almost like it's nothing you can do. You feel like you in a situation where there's nothing
out of control
you can do. This thing got a hold on me.
Yeah.
If you've ever said, come to cigarette smoke, all that stuff, y'all just don't understand.
Well, maybe it is because you just don't understand.
Y'all just don't understand
with yourself.
It just got a control on me. I be trying to stop, man, but it's hard. That means it done got to a place that's bigger than you. It's more powerful than you. It got you. It's an illusion that it has you because you have not taken the power from it.
Yeah.
You have not taken the power from it.
Yeah. Number 3, get ready. You prepare for everything else. Get ready. Get connected. Who is in your circle, who you talking to, who you're getting advice from, who you getting, are you letting somebody correct you? You know what I'm saying? Somebody that has great moral integrity as well.
What is this on your face?
Is it really something?
Yeah, it's a little something on there.
Is my skin dry?
I don't know. It might be.
Okay, well, thank you.
I ain't finna let you be just out here.
Well, you could have licked your finger and get connected. You might need to get back focused. And number 5, get brutal. Get brutal about it. And be serious about it and honest and enough about it to know that, what they say, don't play yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah.
Who's saying that?
Girl.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
I don't know who's saying
Okay, I can't remember.
I mean,
okay, but yeah, so
ahead.
don't kid yourself about what's going on, because then like you said, it's gonna brew and get out of hand, and then you gonna feel like you have lost complete control over your life.
Yeah.
And if it gets to that point, then you have.
This is a behavior, a deep mind type thing.
Yeah.
It's learned. It gets its momentum. It gets its consistency through being there. You giving it power. You feeding it.
Yeah.
So as soon as you
not
start
acknowledging
doing all
it.
this stuff, not acknowledging it, that's where it gets its power from.
Yeah.
So it's definitely no place. I don't believe it's no place. It has no place in someone's life at all, but definitely not in a marriage. Definitely not in a marriage.
Yeah.
If I have any secrets from my wife, which I don't believe I do, it's unknowingly. And she has any secrets from me, it's unknowingly. It'll be stuff that I talk about and I'll say to her, and she'll be like, Joker, you ain't never told me that. Oh, my bad. This is what happened. But it's to a point where our conversation is that open. Man, I ain't got time. We're not making time for none of that foolishness. We just not.
Yeah.
And look, we burning the candle at so many different ends right now. I ain't got the energy. I ain't got not a piece of energy to put in towards that. So we just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
We just not.
Yeah.
Now, are we tempted?
We all are.
You heard that, right?
However, we do the work. We put the work in and put those, what are they, fail safes?
Yep.
Is that what you call it? We put those things in place because we want to, we gonna live a peaceable life.
Yeah.
Happy, satisfied, loving, me.
Ain't nobody.
With me.
Ain't nobody.
With you.
Ain't nobody. My biggest thing is we've had a situation that where the whole thing of me and her fighting, something hit her. All right, Joker, this is what we got. And I knew about it. So it was like that whole situation, like I said, we'll get into that later on another platform. We can't tell them about that yet? No?
It's coming. I think you said...
Jay, we can't say nothing about that yet. We got
in the promo, in the video last week... In the video last week, you know what you said? You said we got a surprise. We got some good stuff coming. And then he told y'all that I was pregnant, which is not what was coming.
You are with
but
child.
know that I'm not with child, y'all. He be trying, but I'm not with child. You can kiss my head all you want, sir, but no, sir, that ain't. Now, if the Lord say it, because he can do things in any way of his, of his plan for my life.
let me stop.
Anyway,
I don't want no baby.
Right. We have grandkids, y'all.
I don't want no baby.
We don't want them to have.
I don't want no baby. I want to play with other people babies.
We don't want they.
And buy them
It'll
stuff,
be their. It'll
and
be
they
their
give them
auntie.
back to their parents.
It'll be their auntie or uncles that's younger than them. That ain't.
I don't want no kids. No more kids of our own. No babies. I don't want that.
But we do have some stuff coming up on
And we'll
another
let y'all
platform, and we're gonna let y'all know when it's time. But we this is half. This is part one.
It's gonna help
sexual intimacy.
It's gonna help your marriage.
We
going
talking about
in,
sexual intimacy,
I
sexual
don't know.
integrity.
We could be talking about sexual intimacy too. But listen,
we already talked about that.
This is the stuff that you have in your house that is in the corner that you and your spouse see that y'all never talk about. That's exactly what this is.
Talk about it, because we
you have stuff in homes. You have stuff in your life that y'all know is an area over there. Mm-hmm. Something just ain't right, but don't nobody ask questions. Don't nobody ask questions. Ask questions. That's that slow growing thing. Ask questions, because once you get the little thing over there and it's 3 inches, 4 inches big, once it get up to 8, 9, 10 feet, 12 feet, it got a little power with it. That ain't what you want. Just letting you know. Quality of life, man. The quality of life. The quality of my life with my wife means is on the top. One of our top goals. From everything. From mental, physical, everything. Spiritual, sexual.
This has been Pillow Talk.
All right, I'm finished.
We gotta go,
straight
y'all.
up though.
Yeah,
straight up.
but this
deal with the stuff.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
That's
the whole thing.
Deal with
if you
it.
get nothing out of this today, but just deal with it. Deal
Have
with
a
the stuff,
conversation.
or it's gonna deal with you. We have a second part to this that we'll go into.
We'll bring the second part
on next week, and we got more stuff coming just under that topic of integrity.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's good, and like I say, it helps us as we help y'all, as we share and everything like that. And we put our twist on it or whatever, but
we put our life on it.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell nobody else about nobody else's life and no story but mine.
Right.
Our
Amen.
life. So we done.
We done. Thank you, baby.
For what?
For having great integrity, sexual integrity.
Girl, it'd be hard.
I know, because I know you got eyes, and I know you see, beautiful women. Yeah, but they don't. They ain't your rib.
They ain't my rib.
Just know that.
I know.
Yeah.
Was that you saying you gonna break my rib?
I didn't say I was gonna be violent against you.
It's yeah. Once you get to a place in life, man, it's more about this life. That's gonna be a whole nother.
You're right. You're absolutely right, and we're not gonna do that to y'all. We're not gonna do that.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna move on. We're gonna go ahead and end this one. I have been Johnny Mobley Jr.
You still are.
I am. This has been Pillow Talk. Moments with the Mobleys. I am Johnny Mobley Jr.
Who are you? You don't know who you are?
I am Johnny Mobley Jr. That's what I said, and I'll wait for you to say.
And I'm his rib, Deidre Mobley Jr.
And we something like an ordinary couple.
With extraordinary purpose.
Peace out, y'all.
Have a great day. Night night.